Hi, this is Les Goss with the Metro Real Estate Group in Colorado Springs. I wanted to show you today how you can figure out how fast homes in your neighborhood are selling. Right now we're hearing a lot about seller's market, and at some point, of course, it'll be a buyer's market. There's probably something in between. How do you know what it is? Is it the same all across the country? Is it the same over the whole state? Is it the same in Colorado Springs in every neighborhood? The answer to those questions is no. I've got an example here to show you and hope this clears things up. Let me get myself out of the way. So, you might have heard this called the absorption rate or months of inventory. I prefer to call it how fast will we sell the current inventory of homes, because that makes more sense to me. It tells you what it's actually doing. This is something I did a couple days ago, and it's for an actual house here in Colorado Springs. I left the address off to protect the innocent, but the area we're talking about is within 2 miles of that. So 2 miles out from the house, you make a circle. It's about 12 square miles, so just a portion of Colorado Springs. The first thing we're going to look at is how many homes sold there in the last year. And the answer is 925. When you divide that by 12, you get a little over 77 sales per month in that area. Right now, there's 97 for sale. If you sell 77 in a month and you've got 97 to sell, it's only going to take you a little over a month and a week to get those all sold. Now, of course, new listings will come on, so you won't have the choice of 0 homes, but all these will be gone in 1.3 months. Now we did it again for 6 months, and of course there's smaller number of sales, 510, which is 85 a month, so they're actually selling faster. So the months of supply goes down. We have only got just a month and a few days, and we can go through all 97 homes that are for sale within 2 miles of this home. Coming even closer in the last 3 months, we've got 92 a month, so it's picking up as we go along. So for all the houses in this market, things are moving really quickly. There's just not much for buyers to choose from. Things are going very quickly. These dates are from the time the contract is signed when it goes on sale until the contract is signed. Now I've got a little chart over here that shows that if you're between 1 and 4 months of supply, we call that a seller's market. So this would definitely be a seller's market right now. When you get to 5 to 6 months, that's called a balanced market. When you get over 6 months of supply, that's definitely a buyer's market. Now, this will vary by part of town and also price range. For instance, right now, if you are shopping for a home over $1 million, there's more out there than there are people willing to buy them. So they've got like 12 or 13 months of inventory at some point this year. So quite the contrast from what we're talking about here. Also, different parts of town would have different rates of sale. Let's look at the same thing again, the same house, but now we're going to narrow it down. The first one was all the houses within 2 miles. This one is going to be within plus or minus 10% of the size. So this one was, I think, 3,400 square feet. So we're only going to look at houses that are within like 3,100 to 3,900 square feet. So in that same area, the ones that are much closer in size, 39 closed in the last year, which means there's 3.3 sales per month. Right now there's 11 for sale. So that's a 3.3 month supply. So quite a bit different from up here when we included everything. Now that we've narrowed it down to this size, things slow down. Still a seller's market. 3.3 months is still a seller's market. And you can see as we look at 6 months and 90 days, we get the same results at 6 months. This one, I think, is an outlier. It's an anomaly. Only 4 sales closed in that size range in the last 90 days. We'll have to look at that over time, but I don't think we've really dropped to a buyer's market that quickly. Then we look at the same area and houses in a similar price range. So I'm guessing this house is going to sell between $350 and $450. In the last year, there were 51 in that price range that sold. That was 4.3 sales per month. We've got 19 for sale right now in that price range. So we're at about 4.5 months of supply. So it's moving up as we get into the higher price ranges or into this price range. At 6 months, it was 4.8 months of supply, which is pretty close to what we called the balanced market at 5 to 6 months supply. And then at 90 days, we're at about 4.5 months again. So that gives you an idea of one of the ways that realtors determine or help you determine what price to sell your house at. If you're looking at a range and you think your house is going to sell between $250 and $300 somewhere, and you're in an area that's a seller's market, things are going very quickly, you might want to try pricing it at the high end of the market. On the other hand, if things are moving very slowly and taking a long time to sell, you probably want to start at the low end of the range just to make sure you can get that sold quickly. So that's all for now. Let me know if you've got any questions or if you'd like me to do this for your house personally. I'd be glad to do that. My contact information is somewhere below, and I'll look forward to talking to you. Thanks. Bye.